Now, the tribe of Dan. Roll the corn. Here we go right here. A bloodline from Tamari. Now, let's look around a little bit. Let's look around a little bit. The Oakville Indian Mound Park and Museum. Danville, Alabama. Now, this is another spot. They got something to do with the tribe of Dan. Danville, Alabama. Native American archaeological sites in the southeast, right? Here you go right here. Oakville Mounds in Danville. Now, it's 2 or 3 Danvilles. That's what's crazy. There's one up there on the river in the northeast, and there's one in Alabama. But from the studying I've been doing, right? From the studying I've been doing, these mounds are Paleo-Hebrew mounds, who are the ancestors of the melanated Indians. This is crazy, right? Now I'm starting to see a pattern of the different areas and different mound sites named after the tribes of Israel, are named after Hebrew names. And I might be the only person studying this, but I got to keep studying it because it keeps revealing itself as we go, right? And I really want to connect the melanated indigenous people back to these mounds that go back to a bigger purpose in history, right? Back to a bigger person in history. Now, everywhere a Danville is at, you're exactly right, Misbehave. Everywhere a Danville is at, it's a monumental structure there. A great pyramid, mounds, great river and mounds. There's always something there on these Danville sites. So this is something I just started studying, but I'm going to get back into this a little later. But I want y'all to, if y'all know anything about this, y'all hit me in the DM about these Danvilles and what's an archaeological site in these places, because they got something to do with the tribe of Dan. These hunter-gatherers was making maps talking about, hunter-gatherers making maps talking about the journey to the land of Eden from Dan. See that? Right here. And it make a lot of sense. Let's keep going. Make a lot of sense. A lot of these basic words are coming from our culture. Let's get to the newspaper clippings. I'm going to get out the way. Let y'all read them and screenshot them. Now, the bronze figure of a woman and a typical group of a mother and 2 children at the base will be erected at a mound in the park. This mound will have a wall of hammered stone, the light granite from Mount Airy in North Carolina. There will be flights of 8 or 10 steps on the sides of the mound. This will be one of the most handsomest monuments in the South when finished. Now, while they're talking about putting a woman of Confederacy, I told y'all, I keep teaching y'all this. They are putting Confederate monuments on top of melanated people's mounds all over America. Let me say that again. They are putting Confederate statues on top of our people's mounds in America. Now, as you can see, the women of the Confederacy mound, put it on top. They say they're going to put it on the top of a mound in a park. Let's go find it. Let's go find it. Whoa, truth now. The Women of the Southern Confederacy, 1915, Confederate Park. They are putting their monuments on top of our burial mounds or our ceremonial mounds that we built before they ass got here. See where I'm going with this? So now, when I taught y'all about these military parks, Confederate and Union soldiers, statues on top of our ancestors, and they're hiding the land with military parks. Let me go back and show you the newspaper clipping one more time. So you can understand what they're telling you. A bronze figure of a woman, typical group of a mother or two children at the base, will be erected on a mound in the park. This mound will have a well-hammered stone. A monument of a woman and two children, there you go right there. There you go right there. They sitting there telling you they're going to put it on top of a mound in the early 1900s and act like it's some type of statue that they built, but they are putting pagan shit on top of our burial mounds. Facts. See that? Let's keep going. It's 1,000 of these spots. I just like to enlighten, put them out here, one or two of them out every day, so we can start to find out where this stuff is, right? Now this talks about some lady named Miss Rambo, right? Miss Rambo also visited the early county, a great earthen mound 100 feet high with big trees growing on top of it, in which a depth trench extending from it to the river. On each side of the big mound, there were 3 small mounds of equal distances apart. These mounds are supposed to have been made by Indians, but no one knows why. They have been described in historical books, but never been investigated any considerable extent. Early county thinks Native Americans were too lazy to build such mounds, and they may reveal an ancient civilization. These hunter-gatherers knew that Native Americans were too lazy to build a mound of 100 feet tall. It's not theirs, people. It's not theirs. It is ours. There you go again. 100 feet. 100 feet. Native American Indians were too lazy to build these such mounds. Yeah, Native American Indians was, but melanated American Indians, indigenous people, built every last one of them. Let's keep going. Now I'm finna get deep, y'all. Now this is what the whole lecture is about right here. This is crazy. This is too deep. Now y'all listen to me closely. On October 15th, the spades of American and English archaeologists dipped into the sands that for tens of centuries have covered Ur. Ur is a city where Abraham come from, right? In Mesopotamia. Uncovered Ur of the Chaldees, the birthplace of Abraham. Ur of the Chaldees was one of the greatest of ancient cities, older than Babylon, older than Nineveh, older perhaps than the oldest city of Egypt. For centuries, it has been only gaunt and desolate mounds, desolate mounds in the desert. But hidden in those mounds is the first library of man. Science knows that it is there. Scientists know it's there, people. They pulled it out of there. Thousands of clay tablets similar to those found in Nineveh and Babylon. Out of these ruins, the expedition made up of archaeologists from British Museum and the Museum of Pennsylvania. That is the Penn Museum, people. The Penn Museum got ancient Sumerian, Mesopotamian artifacts I saw with my own eyes, burial tombs and everything in the Penn Museum in Pennsylvania. Let's keep going. It's still there. You can go see it right now today. expect to get the earliest written story of the deluge, the first recorded description of Eden and the fall of man, the real identity of the people, right? The race of them, the personal history of Noah, the origin of the marvelously brilliant race of thinkers, dreamers, poets, builders, and scientists, the Sumerian, and other information along similar lines that will lift the veil of mystery from the lost civilization of ancient Persia, Egypt, and Africa. Now let's stop right there. They telling us that it was a bunch of mounds in Mesopotamia, mounds in the desert, with hidden library of man, the history of the bloodline of the most ancient man, the most sophisticated man, right? The thinkers, the builders, the mathematicians, the scientists. Our records was in mounds over here and over there. They know this. They dug shit out over here and they dug it out over there. Now let me explain this and break down the real history of Noah and what really happened so we can really understand what really happened. Because the Bible is lying, and I'm going to show you. The Bible told the biggest lie ever, and I'm going to show you. They always talk about the fall of man, right? The fall of man. Now, before I move on, y'all give me y'all comments on your understanding of the fall of man. Some people think it's angels falling. Some people think we went against God because the Bible taught that. So this is the real explanation of the fall of man of Noah. I'm going to give it to y'all. It's simple, but it's effective. Roll the corn. Watch this. Show y'all how simple this stuff is in ancient times. And they go right along what I've been teaching y'all. Watch this. This is the second slide of this clipping. I'm going to get out the way too. Let me get out the way so y'all can screenshot this stuff. Now, from the same source, it is not unlikely that facts will be unearthed to explain how the Indians got to the Western Hemisphere. So these records are talking about the tribes, where the Indians of the Western Hemisphere come from. They're talking about us, people. You see that? How the Indians got to the Western Hemisphere. Overwhelming evidence already is at hand in the early records and traditions of all races of man to show that some remote time in the past, there was a flood caused without doubt by some tremendous upheaval of nature. Whatever that was, it made and unmade continents. Atlantis, right? Let's keep going. This shit is fire right here. Atlantis, right? Hold on, it's the wrong one. Atlantis, the half mythical lost continent of Atlantic, may have been swallowed by the sea at the time. And if after the turmoil had ceased, the man had begun to rebuild, there was any coherent account obtainable of what just happened, The great historians of Sumer in the southern part of Mesopotamia were the first men mentally and physically equipped to transcribe the account on their little oblong books fashioned with Mesopotamian mud, red clay. I'm going to show you that in a future live. Mesopotamian mud. Ur is best known to biblical scholars as the birthplace of Abraham. Right? Now, let's stop right there. Now, these people found the records of the real story of where the American Indian come from, the melanated one, and where Abraham's bloodline and Noah's bloodline and all that come from, right? They found it. They knew that paperwork or those old ancient artifacts talked about these people, Noah, coming from Atlantis or America to the Mediterranean Sea. He brought the bloodline of our bloodline over to that side of the world. But I'm going to tell y'all where the lie come in here. Let's keep going. This shit get deep now. Stick with me. It's going to get deep. Roll the coin. Now, Mesopotamian mud, Abraham. Chaldees gave us his name, Abraham. Okay. Let me get out the way. The announcement that is to be explored down to the first level of occupation was made in Philadelphia a few days ago. Dr. George Byron Gordon, director of the museum, simultaneously in London by officials of the British Museum. These two institutions, leaders in the science of deciphering the difficult texts of Sumer and Babylon, right? And owners of the world's largest library of clay tablets with our records on it, right up there in Philadelphia at the Penn Museum. Facts. Expedition larger in plan, scope, and equipment at anything, however, heretofore attempted by the science and archaeology. Let's keep going. So they got our old stuff in the museum. Let's keep going. For half a century, since the British discovered in the Assyrian ruins treasures of ancient history and literature, scientists and biblical scholars and historians throughout the Christian longing eyes University Museum found 50,000 tablets in ruins of Nippur, Nineveh, a quarter of a century ago. Interest was intensified. And every important translation of those tablets made sense, then have pointed towards as the very beginning of civilization. Let's stop right there. Our history goes back before Noah in America. So when Noah gets to after Noah moves to Mesopotamia. So this is a story of traveling from here to there, and then the biblical story starts when Noah leaves here and goes there. He's already an agriculturalist now. You already know about all the agriculture and how to farm and all of that. And that's our culture. Our culture is agriculture. They're telling our story, but they're gonna put a twist in it and put they self in the story. They're gonna put they self in the story, and I'm gonna show y'all. And this is vital information. Watch this. Now, the fall of man. Now, let's keep going. Show y'all what the fall of man was. It's coming. Stick with me. Stick with me. Now, these things, they contend, these tablets, right, with the records on it, they contend at the height of skill reached by the scribes of Sumer. The flights of the imagination shown in their famous epics could not have been developed by men just emerged from the primitive life of the wilderness without thousands of years of slow growth. Stop right there. This is where we separate our bloodline and African and European bloodlines. It took us thousands of years to come up to have these different stories we told. This is the Epic of Gilgamesh, people. They're talking about the Epic of Gilgamesh, a star alignment story of the Sumerian. Astrologers had to make that story. They knew that primitive life of the wilderness people did not make this story. Somebody who was already advanced, somebody who already knew astrology, agriculture, who knew their ancestors, who had a written language. Barbarians don't know nothing about no stories of famous epics and books. These people were poets. It just showed you they were writers and poets and all this type of stuff when they got there. And we talking 10,000 years ago. Already evolved. The people on that land were uncivilized. They didn't write it. Let's keep going. So these uncivilized people are going to take the history from here and add themselves into it. Let's keep going. Let me get out the way. Roll the corn. Let's keep going. At any rate, since the days when was great, the Tiger and Euphrates have carried down millions of tons of sand of Earth. Shoreline have been pushed 150 miles southward. Okay, now let's get to the nitty gritty. The fact alone made a lost city after all the sand moved around, right? Now, the Turkish museum, Turks were in control of Mesopotamia after time went by. The Turks were in control of Mesopotamia. Now, let's stop right there. This is the Ottoman Empire, right? So all these niggas teaching the Ottoman Empire is the knowledge. They are lying to you. These Ottoman Empire fake ass niggas who talk from the islands, acting like they the Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire took over Egypt one time, and they took over Samaria Mesopotamia. They are not our people. Their language ain't ours. Their history and knowledge is not ours. They are thieves, people. As you can see here, Turks. The Turkish people took over Mesopotamia at a time. It's the same Turkish people, the Ottoman Empire, that these niggas be teaching is our culture. Is not. That's why I had to say something to cuz for saying this shit, because you a lie. Let's keep going. Now, the Turks, of course, were the final judges of value. And they tried to take the best of everything because they thieves. American and British archaeologists got tablets containing information of value because the Turks could not read the ancient cuneiform inscription. The Turks couldn't read that shit. They just overran the land from war, right? Let's keep going. Roll the corn. Now, this is what I want y'all to pay attention to right here. This is the real story of what happened, and they call this the fall of man. Stick with me. This the receipt. Let me get out the way. "10 years ago, as a result of these studies of tablets from all the ancient sites, he predicted that the earliest library would be found at the birth city of Abraham, in the city of right? The Babylonian section of University Museum agrees with the prediction as a result of his discoveries during the last 2 years. It was Dr. Langdon who found among the Nippur tablets a Sumerian story of paradise, people. These ain't no goddamn aliens. These Timericans. So all you alien teaching ass, Billy Carson ass niggas, quit lying to my people. Our people were called the aliens. Watch this. On the tablet, a Sumerian story of paradise, the flood and the fall of man. indicating that it was Noah and not Adam who ate the forbidden fruit. Stop right there. Now, let's use common sense before I drop these receipts. These elite receipt gang receipts. If Noah ate the forbidden fruit, it makes sense because Adam is really Noah's ancestor, right? YT people created the Adam and Eve shit because Adam was before Noah. Everybody know that. Let me show y'all the receipt to that before I keep going. Adam before Noah. There go Adam right there. Adama. He the first one. Noah way down here. So how the fuck Noah is the one who ate the forbidden fruit and Adam? Let me explain this. Now, everybody say the Bible fake, right? Bible fake. Noah did not want to commit the same sin his ancestors did. Adam. That's the real story. And I'm gonna give y'all the fake story too, so you can decipher it too. Adama means red clay. You're exactly right, beloved woman. Adama is the first man made of the red clay from the earth. Then the bloodline comes down. The flood happens with Noah. Noah goes across to the Mediterranean Sea, sets up shop on the other side. So where are these ancestors buried at? In America. Adam, Seth, Enosh, Canaan. This is where you get the word Canaan from in the Bible. Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech. Then you get Noah. All these people from Tamari, the ancient ancestors. Now, Noah knew of his ancestor, Adam, Adama, red clay man. He could. They say Noah didn't want to commit the same sin as Adam. Noah is the one who originally ate the forbidden fruit. Adam ate it too. It's not an apple, people. What fruit makes you drunk? Put it in the chat. What fruit can you hold in a jar and they gonna come back strong and make you drunk? Grapes. A cure. I love you and I'm in love with you. Grapes was the forbidden fruit. What was the sin? What was the sin? Come on with me. We're gonna learn today. Wine. Getting drunk. That was the fall of man. Now, we all know, he said fire, water. It's fire, man. It's the truth. I'm going to show you. We all know that agriculture people are the first people to grow grapes in America. So these people were doing it too. Then Noah knew about his ancestors getting drunk off them grapes. So when he goes to the new world on the ark, he is not supposed to do the same sin his ancestors done. You get it? This ain't got nothing to do with no Eve and no damn snake and none of that shit. I'm gonna tell you where they come from though. Let's keep going. Put the coin in the chat. Put the coin in the chat if y'all with me. Now y'all got me? Put the damn coin in the chat. Come on with the coin. Y'all feel me? Y'all understand it? You got me? Roll the coin. There we go. Now, let me get it back out the way. Cause this is the type of shit we need to know. Like all the other shit is fluffer. Hey, keep that. Let's go back here. Now, where I stop at? Okay, right here. The flood and the fall of man, indicating that it was Noah and not Adam who ate the forbidden fruit. Quite evidently, the story was a copy of an earlier one. The original is believed to be at Ur, right? Until 5 years ago, archaeologists could trace the time of Babylonian kings and dynasties only to 2000 BC. The list of kings and dynasties that made the possible same from Nippur in Assyria. A year ago, Dr. Lagrange found a new list in fragments broken by barbarians thousands of years ago. See, barbarians was all up in our shit. He put them together and got a chronological list back to 3000 BC. And last spring, he got other fragments of the same and new list that furnished the name of every dynasty before the deluge. So every dynasty before the deluge came from America. You get it? Sumerian records as in the Old Testament. You see that? Long reigns and attributed to the early real agriculture kings. So everybody before Noah on this list come from Tamari. Adama, the original man of the earth. That means North America is the creation of man from red clay, looking just like you and me. Our bloodline still here today because this is where they came from. Let's keep going. Roll the corn. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? The idea that Noah ate the forbidden fruit instead of Adam is not a standard biblical narrative, but rather a thematic parallel of specific interpretations, often described in Jewish mysticism, midrash, and comparative theology. It posits that Noah attempted to rectify the sin of his ancestor Adam by interacting with the same forbidden substance, grapes, in a different context. And the Zohar suggested that the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden was grapes. The theory that argues that Noah, emerging from the ark to the new world, sought to rectify the sins of his ancestor Adam, while Adam fell due to eating fruit, grapes. Noah planted a vineyard and made wine intended to use the fruit of a vine for holy purposes, but he ended up getting drunk, just like his ancestor Adam from the real old world, Tamari. Now, as you can see, Noah emerges from the ark to a new world. Noah from Mesopotamia, people. That means Africa and Europe is the fucking new world, and this is the old world. Everything has been flipped. Because don't no goddamn grapes come from no damn desert in Mesopotamia. That's a fact. This the best teaching online right here. I'd take on 12 hunter-gatherers with this knowledge, with the real knowledge. Don't it make sense? It make perfect sense, right? This is the bloodline of the American Indian also. Because the same corn they rolled over there is the same corn our ancestors rolled over here because all that we come from the same land. You get it? We became American Indians over time. Let's keep going. That's fire. I'm even about to cry. Noah failed, becoming drunk and naked in the tent, mirroring the drunkenness of his ancestor Adam's original sin. You get it? The Bible, purposefully draws parallels between two figures. Both are fathers of the living humanity. Both established a garden vineyard, and both failed in the shame, revealing a repent of human failure, even with the new beginning coming to the new world, which is the Fertile Crescent area, Mesopotamia. This is the first sin, people. This is the fall of man that they talk about. They ain't gonna tell you it was grapes because grapes don't come from over there. They gotta switch it to some shit they might can lie about, like an apple. Roll the coin. Let's keep going. The curse of the new beginning. Both stories involve a new beginning followed by a curse on the descendant of Cain for Adam and Canaan for Noah. These are all ancestors' names, people. Canaan came from Canaan, an ancestor of Noah. That's why they call this the original Canaan land, Canaanites. Canaan from over here, because Canaan is before Noah. Therefore, Adam and Seth and Nosh and Canaan, those bloodlines from Tamari on this side of the world. That's why they called them Canaanites. The Phoenicians were Canaanites. Facts. They were Hebrews. Pulling copper off the Great Lakes. You get it now? Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Noah's intoxication. The second fall. Adam and Eve transgression, where a righteous figure succumbed to temptation through fruit, leading to a shame and nakedness. This incident signifies that despite surviving the flood, human nature remains inherently sinful and prone to losing of self-control. The new fall, similar to Adam, right? Noah in the garden. But now, Noah, a righteous man, depicted as losing his moral composure through drunkenness. Noah's contrast with, Noah's previous righteousness serves as a caution against overindulgence, initiating a new era of moral struggle for humanity. Now, let me ask y'all some questions. Ain't no Eve. Ain't no biblical Adam. Ain't no biblical Eve. They get the name Adam from Adama, the ancestor of Noah, the original man. They found it in his paperwork, and they used it in the clay man, born from the earth, the planet, in a mound. That's our ancient creation story anyway, right? Now, same ancient creation story of the Egyptian. Man born of mound, red clay. Mizraim, the red people. Same shit. Them Sumerians were the red people too. Facts. The Mesopotamian mud is red clay. Facts. Now, why would you put Adam and Eve with the snake and an apple? Why would you put Adam and Eve with the snake? Eve ain't even in the story. What are they doing when they do that? Put it in the chat. What are they doing when they do that? Put it in the chat. What are they doing, people? What are they doing? Why is it so important to put Adam and Eve and the snake at the beginning of the Bible? Think about it. It's not their story, people. You demonize the snake people. Nahas, Nachal, Nahal. You demonize the snake people. The Sumerians are the snake people. You get it? They part of the bloodline too. The first Mesopotamians are the snake people. You demonize the people who created this. You demonize the people whose history this is. And you add your hunter-gatherer ass in this beautiful story. You wrote yourself in the story. You get it? Y'all weren't even in the story. Africans And YT people wasn't even in the damn original story. It wasn't even no apples. It was grapes. We done that to ourselves by drinking. Y'all put yourself in the greatest story ever told. And you use the ancestor name of Adam as your original man. You use Eve. You use the snake as evil to bring fruit to hunter-gatherer people. That shit is a lie. Y'all not even in the fucking story. It's Denzel Washington. He's the only lead character. Ain't no side characters, just Denzel. But y'all gonna throw Halle Berry in there and switch the name and make a whole new movie, huh? Because y'all was never written in the holy people's literature in the first place, because y'all were barbarians. So to get some greatness behind your name of your people over time, you add yourself to the story and you make us evil in representation of a snake. You get it? Let's keep going. Fire, 100% truth. 100% truth. Let's keep going. The grapes is the second fall, right? Despite the flood, sin remained, setting the stage of the need for a savior rather than just a renewed human, a second Adam. Now, second Adam, the fake one. The fake ass Adam. Roll the coin. Now, hold on. Now, what I just told y'all is very powerful information because it is showing a people leaving their home country because of a catastrophe in nature, building an ark of the wood from down there in Florida, down there in Georgia, down there in Alabama. That wood of Noah's Ark comes from, only place in the world gopher wood comes from is Florida and Georgia and Alabama. Now, that's showing that he leaving here, going over there with all the holy teachings of the world, all the Paleo Hebrew teachings of the world. You get it? This story is beautiful. I don't know why people act like it's fake. It's real. Because if these great people would have never pulled up over there and built them mounds, they wouldn't be there. Why are our records in mounds after we traveled over there talking about the flood? Where do you think them people learned about the flood from? Our history was written down in mounds, over 50,000 tablets pulled out of the Middle East. Let's keep going. I got a couple more receipts. Roll the coin. Now, Casey Macon sent me this receipt. Shout out to Casey Macon. I want to show y'all something. I'm going to show y'all that our people named everything over there. Now watch this. The flowing Nile, regarded as a life sustainer of Egypt, evidence surmounting that the Sphinx brow was originally completed and used as the royal emblem, right? Now that we realize how seriously Egypt was dependent upon the delta and the long but very narrow serpentine-shaped area along the Nile Valley. right? To grow the vital food supplies for millions of Egyptian people. We cease to wonder why the Egyptians selected the serpent. They selected the serpent as the headdress emblem of the royal power and built the pyramids to direct the utmost use of earth, most productive agricultural area from the apex of control. This is the most best agriculture area in Africa. Now, you're wearing a serpent because the river is shaped like a serpentine shape of the Nile Valley. The Nile is not the original name. The serpentine shape of the Nile Valley. This is when we name the motherfucker. We name the Nile. It's not the Nile. It's Nahal, Nachal, Mizraim. Nahal, Nachal, Mizraim. That's the original name. Let me show you. Roll the coin. This shit ain't hard. What was this right here? Let's see. Oh, there's something else. There's something else I'm working on. Nahal is the Hebrew name for stream, brook, ravine, wadi. The Nahal Mitzrayim, the brook of Egypt. This is the real name of the Nile River and is Hebrew. It ain't Egyptian, big dog. The Greeks named it the Nile in Egypt. The Paleo Hebrews named that mother Nahal Mitzrayim. Let's keep going. What's Nahal, truth? Nahal is Nachal, the stream, valley, brook of flows. Nachal is the snake. Let's keep going. Nachal is the snake. Nachal in Hebrew goes along with the stream and the brook, right? Now, put the coin in the chat. 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 I had to get my last 3 receipts so y'all can understand what I'm trying to show y'all. Put the coin in the chat. Everybody good? Corn, popcorn, feathers, smoke, whatever you got. If you're on an Android, drop the water symbol. I'm just fucking with y'all. Roll the coin. Now, let's go back. The snake is named because it's shaped like a serpentine shape of the Nile Valley. So it gets its original name from the serpentine shape of the Nile Valley. Shout out Casey Macon for this receipt. I already told y'all the name of the river, though. These just go along with the teaching. We elite receipt gang over here. Now, roll the coin. Then you get Nahal Mizraim, brook, river, ravine, stream, Wadi in Egypt, Wadi, right? Nachal, stream, same thing. Brook, flows, Hebrew. Both of them Hebrew now. See it? Roll the coin. We know the truth now. Nachaz, snake or serpent. Hebrew. Written, the serpent of the Garden of Eden is Nachaz. They calling our black ass the snake of evil in the Bible when they switched it. You get it now? We named the damn Nile Delta Nahal Mizraim after snake stream. It's still connected to the Nachas people. Now we evil in the biblical snake of the Garden of Eden. The mimics the snake hiss. They talking about y'all, talking about our ass. And they ain't talking about no Africans neither. They talking about our bloodline. We the snake people. Yeah. That ain't no Egypt shit. We wore the snake on the headdress to symbolize the river and to symbolize the ancient astrology of the snake in America. Right? Now, this is where the word natchez come from. Now, why in the fuck is Paleo-Hebrew going into Egyptian hieroglyphics still the same name of the Natchez Indians? Because Natchez comes from Nachazin. Add an E-N to that. The snake people. So the original Natchez Indians, melanated Indians in Natchez, Mississippi, come from this Nachaz bloodline. That's a fact. Ain't no way around it. Roll the motherfucking coin. Now, they switch it. Now they make the Nachaz people the serpent in the Garden of Eden. You get it? Same name as Natchez Indians. And as you go study the Natchez Indians, they had a snake ideology. And that's a fact. I put my life on it. And I ain't even got to Google it. I already know they had a snake ideology, just like our ancient ancestors. Now, I'm showing you where the American Indian come from. Right? This shit bigger than Nino Brown. Let's keep going. Roll the coin. Hold on, where them receipts go? Nachaz, Nahas, biblical term, hissing, snake, Garden of Eden. Same name as the damn Nile River. Right? Roll the coin. They go Nachaz and Nahas on the ground in Ohio. The biggest one in the world, the oldest one in the world. A land with stars and equinoxes and solstices. With the story of a pep, the snake, swallowing the sun. The same story as the Egyptian. And if you think I'm lying, go look up the story of a pep swallowing the sun every night. That's what this symbolizes. Same story as Egypt. Let me get that last receipt. Put the coin in the chat. Let me get that last receipt so I can show you. Put the coin in the chat. Put that damn coin in the damn chat. Put the coin in the chat. It ain't buffering. I had to go get a receipt. Put the coin in the chat. Put the coin in the chat. Y'all got me? Coin in the chat. Y'all hear me? We good? We good? We good? A pep or the snake from the snake people. The snake of astrology. Swallowing the sun every night. So when that snake comes from the darkness, the sun is going down. The snake comes from the darkness, and it eats the sun every night in the sky. So you put it on the ground. This in America. This is goddamn Ohio. Now what is this right here? A pimp, massive serpent, representing chaos, nightly attempts to devour the sun god Ra as he travels through the underworld. Duat, the cosmic battle, plunges the world into darkness because the snake eats the sun and it becomes dark outside. Same story as Egypt, right? It's Egypt mythology, right? Where the fuck they get that from? The ancient ancestors taught them that. The ancient ancestors come from the Mississippi River. I love y'all, I'm in love with you. I can't teach it no better. I can't teach it no better. Roll the corn. Y'all be safe out there. And everything I just told you, go back and study it. And you're going to start to see the truth. Our bloodline built Egypt and Africa. We even named the motherfucker. Because them ain't no Egyptian words. Them ain't even hieroglyphics. Them words were Paleo-Hebrew first, then they turned into hieroglyphics. Them words were Paleo-Hebrew first, then they turned into cuneiform of the Sumerian. I got the receipts. So therefore, on a bigger scale of knowledge, all them people were fucking Indians. All of them. They wore the feathers for Ma'at. Ma'at comes from Timeri. The balance of harmony in nature come from where agriculture started, right here. All that Ma'at teaching don't come from no damn Egypt. It come from the paradise of nature, the ancestral paradise, the land of reeds. The Egyptian headdresses were made out of reed, people. The Sumerian headdresses and clothes were made out of reed. All these boats we built got American wood with American bitumen slicked on the boats. This ain't no desert ass culture. You get what I'm trying to tell y'all? Our people are the greatest people and the oldest people on this damn planet. And I ain't trying to do that for no ego stroke. Because if I found the receipts in Africa, I would have gave it to Africa. I wouldn't even been mad. But I found the receipts here. Right over here in this land. Leading up to other cultures. Roll the corn. He said the Egyptian headdress. The Egyptian headdress is the Indian headdress? Yes, the fuck it is. Yes, it is. I know it's hard for you to fathom, but that headdress stands for agriculture. The blue is for the waters in the sky. The gold is for the sun rays. That makes a good harvest for sowing and harvesting in the fields in fields, people. Whoever created this headdress come from an agriculture background. Agriculture? It sure ain't no damn desert. Sowing and reaping the field. Spring and summer solstice. Equinox. The star alignment people. Look at them damn tools of agriculture in his hand. See, they taught you this was Egyptian. Them people they found in these mounds and in them caves in the Grand Canyon look just like this. And then, on top of all that, some of them sit right there in the Penn Museum acting like they come from Egypt, but really these mummies come from Timeri, looking just like Egyptians, but they older than the gold mask Egyptians. They made their mask out of cedar wood. This they ancestors. You get it? The wood mask come before the gold mask of King Tut. Put the coin in the chat. See, they told your ass that this come from Egypt. It never left America. It's been in the Penn Museum since they found it over here. This the ancient ancestor of the Egyptian. This ain't no fucking African look. We took that look over there. It's the same meaning. The land and sun rays of gold in wood with gold plating on it. Then as you advance in culture, you start to look like this. The people of two lands. The first land headdress goes straight down like this. The second land headdress goes side to side like this. You think these people that put in the artifacts that they are kings of two lands? They try to teach you it's upper and lower Egypt, but they're not talking about that. They talking about Timeri and the Nile, nigga. That's why you got on both of these on your headdress. Your bloodline come from both of the lands. Let's go back. This from the first land. Roll the coin. Penn Museum. These from the first land with the gold plating on the wood. That is a reed headdress. Reed is from America, the land of reeds. One more receipt.
Hi, Mandy Cakes. Hi, JC. Good morning, beautiful. Yeah, y'all, she had a quick weave. It's got gel and maybe some morning glory. Good morning, Phyllis. Good morning. Grand Rising. Hey, Jay. Hey, JK. That's right. Man, Danny. It's critical. This hair is not squeaking in the middle of her head. It's just not giving. clean. It's Jarisha, I'll find it on here. Just remind me when I get off. Good old blue. It's no blue. It's just whatever is built up. Her hair's been up for 2 weeks. Is that water temperature okay? Yeah. It was amazing, Angelia. Yes, ma'am, Medley. Good morning in Michigan. Hello, hello. Yay, Tila. Thank you. I do man once a week, Sapphire, because if not, I look like a grease monkey.
Hall, Mitzrayim turned into the Nile Delta or the Nile Valley. These artifacts sit in America today, people. This the first land with this headdress culture. Because if this was an African culture, it would have been pyramids all over Africa. Why only the pyramids on the Nile River? You got to think about this shit. The only pyramids over there on the Nile, and a couple more little small places where our people went. But the basis of the pyramid is on the Nile. We called it the second land. We even talked about sowing a seed on the second land in the woven heap inscriptions. Woven heap. Remember this stuff. We wrote in glyphs in Utah, they called it the woven heap inscription, talking about sowing seeds on the second land. I taught a live about this a week ago. In glyphs. See, they taught you so much about Africa, you forgot to look at home. Woven heap. Hoven heap. Hoven, no, I'm tripping. Hoven weep. HOWEN inscriptions. Go read about that, bro. They wrote on the wall that they took seed and sowed it on a second land. Hoven weep. There you go. Royal Lee got it in the chat. Ain't nobody gonna teach you this gangster shit but me, because these lames from America only study outside of America. They don't study inside of America. So they're not gonna give you the truth. They don't know it. Roll the corn. Go look up Anubis Cave in Oklahoma. Ancient hieroglyphics older than Egypt on the wall with Anubis on the wall. We got ancient black dogs buried in mounds thousands of years older than Egypt. We are the black dog afterlife culture. They just won't tell you about it. Love, you know what I mean? Love with you, man. Y'all go check out everything I just told y'all. If y'all missed the first part of this live, y'all know what to do. Go to my YouTube. I'm going to post it this evening. So y'all can get screenshot all the receipts, right? That's my cash out right there. We know the truth now. I love y'all. I'm in love with you. I got to study hard to teach hard, because we got to learn hard and erase all of the things that don't serve us, right? So I do this. I'm pleased to give it to y'all. Don't be pleased to receive from me. I'm pleased to give it to you. It's our ancestors' knowledge, is not mine. So therefore, it's free to the people. And I'm not no gatekeeper. And I'm not no hunter-gatherer. And I have nothing over my head to hold nothing back from my people. Right? This ain't about no money, no ego, no clout. I'm not trying to be no master teacher. It just might have happened like that. But like my name say, I just want the truth to come out. Love y'all. I'm in love with you, Khalil at the gun, man. Y'all be safe out there. Roll the corn. We know the truth now.